Fourth YouTube video recorded by Mike Garrett at Lincoln, Friday 9th of April 2010. Following on from the previous YouTube video, thinking about Blackmore's Night official website. What if you had a whole series of promo posters or promo postcard designs on the web page that the fans could download? Because the posters and the postcard designs on the official web page would be pre-approved, they'd be official, that would mean you could take the JPEG format of them and print at your end of the line as many as you wanted. If there's only a small amount of printing to do and the fan doing the printing was happy that he or she paid for that out of their own pocket, then fine. If there was going to print out larger amounts at their end of the line and wanted reimbursing for expenses, as long as the designs are there on the web page and the fan concerned has pre-agreed with the manager that they're going to get reimbursed for the printing costs, then they can go ahead and print large quantities. The other thing I was thinking about was electronic press kits. One example of one was with the Paris Moon DVD. What if you had a generic press kit, one that didn't just promote the most recent Blackmore's Night album, one that promoted the general back catalogue? If you had that generic press kit and it was in a YouTube format, as long as that was also on the official website, easy for the fans to find, then the fans could add that to their own web pages, or they could send a link to that to any radio station or professional magazine that was asking about the band. Moving on to merchandise. Bands have released on their own label the early Blackmore's Night albums. Could the early albums, the front covers of the early albums, be put on t-shirts and those t-shirts sold on the merchandise stall? Could there be such a thing as a generic t-shirt? I've suggested a generic postcard or poster that has all the album covers on. Could there be a t-shirt that has all the album covers on? There might be very small pictures of the album covers to get them all on one t-shirt. Maybe you should have half the album covers and the band website address printed on one t-shirt and a second t-shirt with the other half of the set of album covers on. That way you're selling two t-shirts at the merchandise stall, not one. The band brought out a book called The Next Stage. If they brought out a sequel to that might sell similar quantities. How about if they did a Candice Night biography book? They could do this in two ways. They could test the water, so to speak, by doing a tour program for the actual tour, but then also in tour program format, a Candice Night biography. And if that's sold reasonably well, they could go from the tour format to a proper hardback book. Something else that I would favour, I know all fans wouldn't favour it, is why not sell some of the Deep Purple and Rainbow live albums in CD format on the store with the Blackmore's Night stuff. For example, the Rainbow Germany 76 recordings that came out. They were done on the same record album as the Winter Carols album. They've been put on the stall along with other Blackmore's Night stuff they would have sold. Another idea that obviously can't come about now is if Blackmore's Night had toured the UK in the year that Secret Voyage had been released, well, that was the same year that Stormbringer Remastered was released. If you've got Stormbringer Remastered and Secret Voyage on the merchandise stall, both of those would have sold. Finally, an idea that comes to mind is the early Blackmore's Night videos. Has there ever been an official DVD release with all the early Blackmore's Night videos on them? A friend of mine in Rotherham said they should make an official worldwide release with all 3 Blackmore's Night videos on it and call the collection Tales from Blackmore's Tavern. Good idea as any. Okay, that about rounds it up. Thank you very much.